Now let's go over to Exodus 40 and pick up with verse 22. And this is going to talk about the table of showbread. It says, and he put the table in the tent of appointment on the north side of the dwelling place, outside the veil, and set the bread in order upon it before Yah, as Yah had commanded Moshe. Now we're going to go over to Leviticus chapter 24 and begin with verse 5, and this is going to tell us more about this. And you shall take fine flour and bake 12 cakes with it, 2/10 of an ephah in each cake. And you shall set them in 2 rows, 6 in a row, on the clean table before Yah. And you shall put clear frankincense on each row, and it shall be on the bread as a remembrance portion, an offering made by fire to Yah. On every Sabbath, he, speaking of Aharon, is to arrange it before Yah continually from the children of Israel, an everlasting covenant. And it shall be for Aharon and his sons, and they shall eat it in the set-apart place, because it is most set apart to him from the offerings of Yah made by fire, an everlasting law. And so Aharon was to put the bread on the table in the tent of appointment in front of the veil. And it's to stay there all week long. And then on the Shabbat, he was to come in with new bread and put the new bread on the table. And he and his sons were to eat the bread that had been there in the presence of Yah for an entire week. They were to eat it in the set-apart place. And in essence, they were sharing in the esteem of Yah. So let's see what the new covenant equivalent of that is. Well, firstly, we need to see that the bread is pointing to Yeshua as the bread of life. John chapter 6, beginning with verse 47, Yeshua says here, truly, truly, I say to you, he who believes in me possesses everlasting life. I am the bread of life. And Yeshua then invites people to believe upon him and to eat or to partake of the bread of life. He says, you must eat my flesh and drink of my blood. You must partake of me. And when you do that, you'll have everlasting life. Look at a very interesting verse in 2 Corinthians chapter 3. Notice what it says in verse 17. It says, now Yah is the Spirit, and where the Spirit of Yah is, there is freedom. And we all, speaking of we believers who are now the new dwelling place of Yah, and we all, as with unveiled face, we see as in a mirror the esteem of Yah, are being transformed into the same likeness from esteem to esteem as from Yah, the Spirit. And so we see here the table of showbread. We see the priests who are eating this bread that had been left in the presence of Yah for a week and had soaked up the esteem of Yah. And now they're eating it, they're consuming it, it's becoming a part of them. We see Shaul here in 2 Corinthians chapter 3 talking about the fact that we believers look upon Yah with an unveiled face as if in a mirror, and we see the esteem of Yah, and we are being transformed into the same likeness from esteem to esteem as from Yah, the Spirit. And so we're being transformed. We too are sharing in the esteem of Yah. We are consuming, so to speak, the esteem of Yah. We are gazing upon the esteem of Yah, and we are being transformed into Elohim's image from esteem to esteem as from Yah, the Spirit. And then 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16 says, therefore we do not lose heart, but even if our outward man is perishing, the inward man is being renewed day by day. And so we're being renewed in our spirits. We are receiving of the esteem of Yah. We are consuming it, so to speak, and we are being transformed into the same likeness from esteem to esteem.